Hello everyone and welcome to an edition of the Daily Crow. I'm Chris Phillips of the Spurs Up Show. Very excited to come to you guys today, talk about keys to the game. What are the keys to the game for the Gamecocks beating North Carolina on Saturday? Let's dive right into it. Starting first, I've got three specific keys I want to go over. The first one for me, start fast. Obviously, we know what happened the last time the Gamecocks were at Bank of America Stadium, the 28-0 loss to Virginia. Gamecocks have not scored a point in 6 quarters. To me, it's extremely important that you get off the schneid and start quickly, whether that's getting the ball and taking it and scoring a touchdown, or if UNC gets the ball, you force a 3 and out or force a stop and get the football back. The Gamecocks right now, their team, their fan base, the program needs something to feel good about, and to me, the worst thing you could do is go out there and start sluggish and it'd be a 0-0 or maybe a 3-0 game after the first quarter. To me, it is so imperative that the Gamecocks get off to a fast start. That includes Jake Bentley, the receivers, running backs, this defense, really everyone involved, again, just to boost the morale, get the psyche on the right side of things, get this fan base, this team feeling good again, and get some positivity flowing throughout the game. Again, the worst thing I think that could happen is you start slow and you're slow through the first half and a lot of negative emotion starts to creep in. So to me, starting fast in this one is going to be really, really important and a huge key to the game for South Carolina getting a victory Saturday. My second key to the game, bring pressure. We know that UNC now is starting a true freshman at quarterback in Sam Howell. To me, the Gamecocks, we've heard all offseason about how good the front seven is. Obviously, the secondary with a ton of athleticism, the linebacking core should be improved. But that front seven, to me, has the ability to really change this game and make it a one-sided type affair for the Gamecocks. Bringing pressure, I think it's a no-brainer. I think T-Rob, Will Muschamp, they will have a good defensive game plan. But to me, it is such a key to the game just to bring pressure and make a guy like Sam Howell really prove he can beat you with his arm. Because, again, a guy who's extremely talented. We heard a lot about him on the recruiting trail, but a guy that, again, he's a true freshman. I fully expect UNC to lean on their running game. Javonte Williams is a back who's pretty capable, averaged over 5 yards per carry as a freshman a year ago. But a guy who's sort of unproven himself, very young, and I think for South Carolina, you're going to see them load up the box and make a guy like Sam Howell beat them. I think the more they can bring pressure, force into mistakes, let that athletic secondary, that very talented secondary, have a field day. I expect the Gamecocks to do that, and I think, again, that's a huge key to the game for me. Just on the defensive side of the ball, the Gamecocks can really turn this football game to their favor if they can do that on the defensive side. And then finally, for me, simply minimize the first game jitters. Obviously, we know with the first game, there's a lot of adrenaline pumping. For those of you that watched Florida-Miami, you saw just how sloppy that first game can be. You have penalties, you have just stupid mistakes. Again, adrenaline's pumping. People do things that are out of character. You're not your best. South Carolina is not going to be its best 2019 version of itself on Saturday. But with a team like South Carolina has, where you have a senior quarterback, you have seniors in the backfield, you have seniors at wide. South Carolina is an older team now. This is a team that should be able to handle the moment, no big deal. South Carolina, I really want to see a team that handles this, has a very business-like approach, goes into the Bank of America Stadium, takes care of business, get a win. It's a business trip. So I want to see South Carolina minimize those first game jitters, none of those stupid penalties, none of the false starts, none of the delay of games. None of the offside stuff, just none of those dumb penalties. You know, Will Muschamp talks about it all the time. The things that take no talent, and that is effort, toughness, discipline, things of that nature. And that's really what I'm speaking on again, because this is a team, you know, North Carolina should really be the one that has the jitters and is nervous and things of that nature because they are extremely young. They're not very deep at all over the place. South Carolina, on the other hand, I know depth is an issue at some spots, but the Gamecocks, for the most part, are a much, much more experienced team, and I think they should be much more well-equipped to handle the moment. So for me, again, the three keys to the game: start fast, bring pressure, and minimize the first game jitters. So that's going to do it for me. I know I didn't mention at the beginning of the show, but it's brought to you by our friends at SeatGeek. If you haven't gotten your tickets for Saturday yet, go download SeatGeek or go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SPURSUP. You'll get $10 off your first purchase. It's a no-brainer. So if you need your tickets for Saturday's game or any Gamecocks game throughout the season, use our friends over at SeatGeek. Also want to mention the tailgate on Saturday. If you did not see or have not heard, we'll be reposting the graphic. But the Spurs Up Show times 22 below tailgate on Saturday. Going to be an awesome time. Probably get things rolling around 9:30, 10 in the morning. The graphic is on social media, and I'll repost that, obviously, so everybody has the address, but it's literally a stone's throw away from Bank of America Stadium. Very, very excited. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to meet some Gamecock fans, and looking forward to it. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.